everybody, and a very warm welcome back to the channel and a vlog that I promised you was coming. What is in our carry-on baggage? Now this is something that we have really streamlined over the years, and we adapt and we change with what works and what doesn't work for us, and this time we changed it up completely, and instead of the girls carrying backpacks, we took carry-on suitcases just to maximise that space that we had, make it all easier on everybody in terms of carrying, pushing suitcases. The girls are amazing at helping out with suitcases, so we went for ease, and I wanted to film this after the trip just to check that what we did worked before I recommended it, and it did, and it was amazing. And yeah, without further ado, let's crack on with everything we take in our carry-on for a long haul flight. Now before we start, I just want to say a very big thank you to Level 8 for sponsoring this video. We have worked with Level 8 before. Our check-in baggage that we take away with us whenever we go away is Level 8. We love their suitcases, we are completely converted, and this time we tried their carry-on bags. So we tried the textured carry-on and the Voyager carry-on, both of which we have in the check-in equivalent. So before I show you everything that we put in them, let me just highlight a few of the features of these bags which we love. The textured 20-inch carry-on is light but durable, and it also looks super smart too. It's got a fully extendable handle and the surface is anti-scratch, and I can actually vouch for this because our cases have come back from the trip looking as good as new. Inside you've got your two separate halves to stay organised, plus lots of additional pockets too. It just makes travelling as a family so much easier, having places to put things and know exactly where they are all of the time. The Voyager 20-inch has got a full-width telescopic handle. This means that the space inside isn't affected because it maximises the base. We have the check-in bag of this too, and it's just a game changer. The TSA coded locks means you're safe knowing that you can whiz through security when you need to, and it's got the same multiple compartments inside, but this time with a wet-dry separation pocket. So if you're having a last-minute swim on your fly home day, then you know that you can pop your cotties in there and they won't affect anything else in the case. There's gorgeous detail on the outside and the inside of these cases, and they just make travelling so much easier. Level 8 have very kindly given me a discount code for you guys to use, which is Siân15. You can use this site-wide. It's got no restrictions on what you can use it on and how long you can use it for. So head to Level 8 now to get yours. And now let's take a look at what is in our bags. I'm going to try not to be too long-winded about this. I know I say this on every vlog, but I want this to be nice and quick and easy for you just to go, yeah, I need to remember that, I need to remember that, I need to remember that. One of these carry-on suitcases we purely filled with Jasper's clothes. I don't know why I was more panicked about his stuff going in the hold. So I basically put all of his clothes, vests, sleep suits, sleeping bags, socks, everything all in one case so that we had it with us at all times. I was very panicked about how many sets of clothes we would go through on the plane, so I kind of just had everything I needed. Turns out we didn't really need anything, but I had it with me anyway, and honestly, like, look how big this is, but it fit beautifully into the overhead lockers. So it was just so nice to have all of that space, to have all of his things, and know that if anything went awry with the suitcases, we had it on us. So yes, one of our suitcases was purely filled with Jasper, but it works perfectly, and I would definitely do it again that way, especially going forward if we need to carry on maximising that space just because of all the children. Then we can use a carry-on bag each for them and know that it fits their stuff perfectly. Now, as well as your allocated piece of hand luggage, you're also allowed a personal item. So I always take a bum bag, fanny pack, whatever you want to call it, crossbody, just to have handy. And so I have this on my body, and it basically had the camera that I'm on, my sunglasses, my phone. I always have a anti-bac and a lip balm in there. So that's like anything that I need to grab very quickly, immediately, I always just have that on me, and it's just really handy. And then I use this in the parks very similarly for everything that I've just said as well. So I'm not going to show you everything that's in here, but this is our nappy bag. So this is one reason why we wanted to take the suitcases, because we knew we were losing a piece of hand luggage to the nappy bag, and we then had this ready for using in the parks too. So basically everything that you would normally expect in a changing bag we have in here. So it's got a changing mat, nappies, wipes. We used to take about 4 different variations of sets of clothes out for him depending on weather and what we needed to replace, if we needed to replace it. Some toys, so there's a book, rattle, kind of like the black and white toys and stuff in here for what we needed on the go. Muslin, I feel like I'm forgetting something. More hand gel. There's hand gel in every bag. I think that's about it in here. I did take his like documentation, his red book that we get in the UK here, just in case we needed it there, which luckily we didn't. Oh, and when we weren't using it, I also put his Tula baby carrier in the top here. So that was one of our bags, and this is just the bag that we got with our pram set. So we bought the Bugaboo box, and honestly we thought we'll try it, and if we need to buy one that suits us better, we'll buy one, but we love it. It's great, honestly, fantastic. Now obviously we've unpacked a bit since we got back, but I'm going to show you what we put in the textured carry-on. So this was basically our activity case. Anything we needed activities wise for the girls or for us, then we packed it in this case. So this was the equivalent of them taking backpacks. So instead of them having a backpack each, we used this case, and we still have room in there, had room in there for anything we needed to add in. So yeah, definitely for our family, carry-on suitcases are going to be the way forward, but let me show you what we put in here. When we are on a plane, we do let the girls have screens, so we have got both of their iPads in here with their headphones that we have to go with them. I also popped my headphones in for using on the plane or for my phone, and then they also have one each of these LCD drawing tablet things. I've shown these lots of times on our Instagram and on vlogs before of what we put in our hand luggage, but honestly they're perfect. They are so much fun. And then when we got there, we then popped them in our park bag so that we had them for using in restaurants and waiting in lines and things like that as well. So they're super thin, super lightweight, and just a really good thing to use to entertain the kids whenever you need. So we used to play like hangman, noughts and crosses, things like that on there. And then I loved that you could zip everything away, everything was nice and secure. And then in this side we had lots of activities for them. So they love these tracing and colouring books, so we took those. Pencil case with all of their pens and pencils in. They had a Disney Bitsy each for Christmas, which they loved, so we took those with us just for kind of any downtime that we needed. They've both got their books that they're reading in there, puzzle books for the girls, and my book as well. And then we also just popped in our magic bands so that we had them there ready for when we got there, because we always do our online check-in, so we go straight to the room. So we needed our magic bands so that we could get in. And as you can see, there's so much space in here. So also when they took their jumpers off, we could stick their jumpers in. When it was done up like this, I just put their coats kind of flat packed in the middle because we were told to take coats. Turns out we didn't need them, but they fit in the middle as well, even with all of these bits and pieces in. There was snacks in there. The girls bought a meal deal at the airport. So we popped that in here as well. They are at an age now where literally the snacks and activities and everything that are provided on the plane is enough for them. They love like the games on the screens on the plane, so like Lyla was playing Uno for most of the time, and snack wise, whatever the airline give out they are happy with. So we don't take as much anymore. I think we took like a big bag of crisps and some like Graze bars, brunch bars, a couple of bags of sweets. Obviously everybody needs sweets when you're on a plane. I think that's about it. So it was amazing. We had so much space for adding in anything extra that we needed to. They're really lightweight, so the girls were pushing them fine. Just, yeah, I can't say enough good things. And then finally we have our main family backpack with everything else in that you could possibly need. This is the Nordace Sienna. This is what we use. And I will very quickly just go through the pockets and what we've got in here. So in the back pocket we have our extendable tripod. This is what we use for taking like family pictures when there isn't anybody there to take a picture for us. I have this little hook on the back. So this is for when we're in the parks. So it literally clips in and we put our hats or ears or things like that hooked onto there. In the main compartment we have our money and passports and all of the documents and stuff that we need. We have this little pouch which came with an iPad case actually that I had, which has got all of our basically cables, power bank, things for keeping our memory cards and everything in for the cameras. So that's all kept together. Again, most of this will come out with us into the parks apart from the passports, but we take everything with us, so we don't have to kind of rearrange much stuff when we get there, to be fair. So that's that. A hairbrush, anything basically of any value, so Our GoPro is in here for travel day. The laptop will be in here, but again, we don't take that out and about with us. We have a spare packet of wipes, even though we've got them in the changing bag. We always need wipes. A bag of sweets again. What sweets have we got in here? A bag of Haribo. And then we have this snack box. This again is more for when we're out and about in the parks, but as I mentioned before, we have like Graze bars, Brunch bars, some little like sweets and bits, you know, like little fizzers or love hearts and things for the girls. We kind of just restock this each day, but we have it in our hand luggage just as an emergency in case sweets are desperately needed. First aid kit. And actually, because I bought this, I mean, it's gone a bit messy because we did use it because kids, but because this is clear and I've got my Calpol and ibuprofen and stuff in here for the girls, this went through security fine as it was, so I just kind of put this loose in and it was absolutely fine. They were happy with that, which was a bonus. I have got another power bank in here which actually attaches to the outside, so because there's a plug on the outside, so you can have your phone in your pocket if it needs charging. Pens, because you never know when you're going to need a pen. I think I've got 6 pens. That was probably from the days where, you know, when you used to have to fill in like a custom card when you were about to get off the plane for where you were going to. I think that's why I always have a pen, because you always needed it for that. And then ready packed in a plastic bag so I can just grab it out. And we have anything kind of liquidy that we need. So we have our squeezy squash that we always take with us everywhere we go. I've got a little like deodorant stick, some hand cream, 3 different lip balms. I don't know why we've got 3 different lip balms, but we love a lip balm. And you guessed it, another antibac. So that is there, ready. I also take, I'm not sure which pocket it is in, but spare clear plastic bags as well, just in case we have anything that catches us by surprise that we have in the bag. And that is it. That is everything we take carry on. We had a backpack each, a suitcase each for the girls, and we're sorted. So that's all we needed. It worked really well. We probably had more stuff than we needed. I probably didn't need to take all of Jasper's things on with me, but we did, and it worked, and it was fine. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Level 8 for sponsoring this video. We honestly would only recommend things that we know work and works for us, which, like I said, is why I'm filming this after we've used it. But I'm all about making travel easier and encouraging families to travel and making it as easy as possible for you when you do. So I really hope that it's been helpful in some way, that we've reminded you of something that you need to take. Our girls are 10, almost 10 and 8 now, so it's definitely getting easier as they get older. Catch me in a couple of years doing another one of these, travelling with a toddler, because we'll be going back, toys and snacks and activities and things. But as we stand, travelling with our 3 was very easy, and I would do it again tomorrow in a heartbeat. Yeah, make sure you stick around for all of the vlogs from our trip. The travel day one, I think, will have already gone up by the time you see this. So if you've not seen that, then head back to the last video to watch that. Make sure you're subscribed for all of the travel, Disney, magic content. And we will see you on the next vlog.